morning. So this video I'm going to cover off my Lomo bag, soft bag setup for the Harley-Davidson Pan America. I suppose one of the key things here is why I'm going with soft bags. So up in Nordkapp at the moment, the last say 200 kilometers into Nordkapp and all along the top of Norway, Sweden, kind of Finland, we could be dealing with a lot of snow and ice. So I did have a bit of a panic attack and thought, you know, maybe I should just change to some soft bags. My main fear obviously then was just with the snow and ice that if I fell at low speed that I'd actually break a leg or an ankle, and I don't really want that, so that's why I kind of went down this route. But they're expensive, they're not cheap. So I did some research into it and trying to find, you know, confirmation of whether or not a soft bag fits the Harley-Davidson Pan America when it's not the Harley-Davidson bags is actually quite tricky. So what I did was I did a lot of research on it, and obviously, you know, the first one that comes to mind for most adventure bike riders is MoskoLomo, which are great bags, really expensive, and there isn't a specific, you know, these fit your bike and this is how they go on. There's very few content out there. There's very little content out there in terms of actually someone with it. I did find a couple of shorts, YouTube shorts with the tank bag, but nothing with their modular larger system. And I do know a friend of mine, Decky, he has his MoskoLomo bags down here. So I asked in a Pan America group in the UK, and Lomo was one company that came up consistently. A lot of Pan America owners are running Lomo bags, mainly these ones here, the crash bar bags, because I think they're probably the easiest ones to just, you know, fit on your bike from the get-go. Doesn't really require much, just a couple of straps and that's fine. So I had a further look into it, and what I decided to do is settle on their lower 6.5 litre bag and added their large pannier, which is 30 litres. And I decided to make it a bit modular, and I added on some another 6.5 litres, and it's the same on either side. So in total that's 86 litres of storage that I've added to the bike. I have removed my Harley-Davidson hard bags, obviously. So the fitting, crash bar bags, absolutely fine. Once you have the bag full, you cinch the straps. They don't move, they're really good. These ones here, I did put them on the pannier frame, and I was about a centimetre or two away from the exhaust on the other side, so I was a bit wary that the bag would eventually burn. Now the Pan America exhaust doesn't run too hot, and I didn't want to have to put a shield on the exhaust, etc., because, well, one, they don't make one, and I don't have time to find one, because this change was done quite within a couple of weeks prior to my departure, which at this moment in time is 4 days. So I found a video online from a couple of years ago, and that video is made by John Burnett, and the video is entitled the coolest Lomo pannier hack. So the thumbnail is Lomo pannier quick removal bracket, and he has it done on a GS on a Givi pannier system. So thank you, John, for doing that. Not only did he show you exactly what he did, he also put up some drawings of the sizes that you actually need to make them. So with that in mind, I went around to my local neighbour who I know does steel work, and I showed him the picture, and straight off he was like, that's straightforward, I can do that. That's not a problem. And I thought, great, cool. So Kieran, big shout out, thank you very much. I did put a lot of pressure on you to turn this around very quickly for me, and he made them up, did a spot weld. We brought the bags back up, make sure they were all fine, and then Kieran came down with the bags, came down with the bracket. So Kieran came down with the bracket, and then we fitted them on. We had to remove 3 screws from the frame itself, and then just reuse the 2 lower ones. And the bags go on absolutely solid, perfect. There's absolutely no chance of them falling off. I am using the center strap over the seat just to give it a bit more tightness. But once they're cinched on, once you have them bags packed and you pull them straps, you're good to go. They ain't going anywhere. So the test camp from the previous video was about 300 kilometers, and the bags didn't move and the bags didn't let me down. So what I decided to do was to make them a bit modular. So as I refer to them as being my MoskoLomo bags, I added on the 6.5 litre to the front, which is just running around the existing strap and then around my frame. Once I'm happy with the fit, I might just throw a cable tie on it just to be 100%, but I don't really think I even have to bother doing that, because the frame itself, the little pannier hack, is rigid enough that it's just holding everything together, and it's absolutely fine. Like this, as someone would say, when you cinch it down and you pull that strap tight, you know, that ain't going anywhere is a phrase you will most certainly need to actually use. So where do you get them from? So what I found was Lomo is a UK based site, so if you're ordering from outside of the UK and order these bags, you will be hit with custom charges, import fees. I was lucky enough, thank you Barry, to have them shipped to a Northern Ireland address, so I didn't have to pay any of the custom fees. I did, however, find that on Amazon you can get the smaller bags and you can get the crash bar bags. So you can get the smaller, large, medium pannier and the crash bar bags off Amazon, and you know, I'm sure you probably won't pay fees that, but you know, always be wary and check that out for yourself. But the cost alone is phenomenal. I'll double check the actual cost of the bags. I think like under £200. I don't know how much a frame would cost to make. Kieran was kind enough to dig me out of a hole, and I'll buy him a bottle of whiskey or something. I don't know how much the frame costs to make. It's 3 pieces of metal and 2 screws and a bit of welding. I just sprayed them black to keep them, or Kieran sprayed them black just to stop them from getting a bit dirty. They're not galvanized, so that might be something we'll do when we'll get back. We'll send them off and actually get them galvanized. So yeah, you know, I've covered what options we had. Not many. Where to get them? Yeah, you can get them directly off Lomo, or you can go to Amazon to get them. The fitting, thank you John, great hack. Modular, yeah, I definitely think you can make these modular depending on your bike. You may be able to get another 6.5 litre on the back if your bike allows it. And then the impact, I suppose, is, yeah, you know, I think with any soft bag they have their limits. I think a low speed crash, I think these bags are going to be absolutely fine. I think a high speed crash, I don't think any bag is going to survive a high speed crash. They're going to get torn up and they're going to get ripped up, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about that. Yeah, there's only one layer, so yeah, so abrasion, you know, if you go through that front bag, you're going to be hitting whatever you have in it. So just be careful. I would put the soft stuff, you know, just pack your soft bags. This is not a how to pack your soft bag video. This is just Lomo. You know, I'm sure there's a video somewhere else on that. The waterproofness. So apparently Lomo is just, we're all about the waterproofing, water sports and stuff like that. So I think what I'll do here is I'll wheel the bike out the back, I'll stick some tissue in an empty pannier, and I will blast it with water, and then we'll just see if that tissue is wet, I suppose. And yeah, so Lomo, go check them out. UK company, absolutely brilliant. And get me to North Cape, get that stuff, whatever's in it is going to get to North Cape. It's going to be dry when I get there. So yeah, let's test the waterproofness. Hello. So this is going to be a continuous straight up, let's soak the bag and see what happens. I think that might be a good enough. It's all this sooty stuff coming off it. It's obviously just a, you know, they're brand new and stuff. So I'm gonna try to open the bag without letting the water drop into it. So hopefully this will work. Let's just move you up a little. Right. And I don't want to get my hands right. Right. Bear in mind, my hands are a little wet. Right. That's a bit of water off my hands, but that's bone dry. And there's another drop of water in the bag. So I think that's a success. I think they are waterproof.